thank you all for joining us for this back to school press conference. In today's press conference, you will hear from our interim superintendent, Hugh Hadabaugh, as well as executive leaders here at CMS about things regarding the start of school, which will take place on Monday, August 29th. Following the remarks from each person here, we will open it up for questions from our media outlets. And then at the conclusion of today's press conference, we will be offering tours for you to be able to see this beautiful campus here under the leadership of Principal Orlando Robinson. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Superintendent Hadabaugh.
Thank you, Shayla. I'm delighted to be here this morning as we gear up for the start of the 2022-23 school year on Monday, August the 29th. I would especially like to thank Orlando Robinson for hosting us here this morning. I also want to recognize two of our board members, our board chair, Elise DeShoes here, as well as Jennifer De La Hara as well, another at-large board member. They're here as well. And we have several of our learning community staff here as well, area superintendents, executive directors, that will be essential in providing the support to our principals as we roll out this new year. I also want to thank all the amazing CMS teachers, support staff, principals, and administrators for their hard work and dedication getting us ready to welcome more than 140,000 students at our 181 campuses this school year. Joining me today are members of our CMS executive leadership team who have been working diligently throughout the summer and will share important information for the first day of school. To provide us an academic update is our Chief Equity and School Performance Officer, Dr. Condra Ratley. At this time, I'll turn it over to Ms. Ratley.
Good morning. We are excited to welcome our students and our families back to the new school year. Our principals and our school teams have been busy at work all summer long preparing for families and students to re-enter. Open house events have been taking place all week long and continue for the next couple of days in preparation for opening. And we want to make sure that students and families who have questions about startup of school, if you will, please reach out directly to the school first. That is your first line of contact. If for any reason you need additional assistance, feel free to reach out to the learning community offices. That information can be found on our website, where you simply go to schools, Learning Communities by Schools, and to contact the Learning Community Office if you need assistance. We do ask, however, that you start with the schools first. At this point in time, I'll turn it over to Dr. Ann White, our Associate Superintendent for Student Services.
Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good morning. So in terms of social emotional learning, throughout the summer, over 100 school SEL leadership teams participated in PD and planning for the purpose of strengthening social emotional learning and to better meet the social emotional needs of students throughout the school day. All students will return to school with access to school counseling, social work, and psychological services. These team members will focus heavily in the first weeks on student attendance and identifying students who are expected but not attending. If a parent has any concern about their student's social, emotional, or mental health needs as the school year opens, we strongly encourage them to contact the school and speak with the counselor, social worker, or psychologist. We're also excited to open a new year to deepen our implementation of the multi-tiered system of support. With MTSS, it is our goal to provide students the help they need as soon as we know they need it. We have added resources to schools such as interventionists and tools such as a new data platform, Branching Minds. While we're focusing on student intervention needs in elementary through high school, there is special emphasis on our third grade reading goal related to Black and Hispanic students. Through MTSS, we'll deliver not only academic interventions, but also address other factors that impact reading, such as attendance and social, emotional, and behavioral concerns. At this point, I'm going to hand off to Monica Adamian, one of our school health coordinators.
Good morning. I just want to remind everyone about back to school immunizations. If your student needs any of those required immunizations, there will be opportunities to access those through events at our schools and through the health department. Also, just want to update everyone on our COVID protocols for 2022-23. We continue to align with the current CDC, state, and local health departments' guidance. Most of the recent updates that the CDC has released were already in place at CMS. For example, we discontinued quarantine for close contacts last year. As the guidance changes, we will continue to update our protocols. I will turn it over to my colleague, Treva Johnson.
Good morning. I'm going to provide some updates about the monkeypox. Since the discovery of this disease, we have been in continuing contact with the Mecklenburg County Public Health so we can stay abreast on preventative measures to protect our students, staff, family, and friends. CMS Cabinet and the County Health Department Director made a recommendation to develop an exposure and response plan for a potential outbreak. A work group was formed and a plan of action has been developed. This disease is being reviewed on a daily basis, and we get our directives from the Mecklenburg County Public Health Office. We continue to monitor the disease and refine our action plan for monkeypox prevention and response. Many features of our COVID response plans are applicable to monkeypox. We will continue to work with the health department to maintain the safety of the school community. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to the home of the Lions. This is really impressive to see this facility. We have this facility is a new facility in our district, as well as 4 others. So hopefully you'll get a chance to take a look at those, and you can always look at those on our bond construction website and look at all the projects we've done under the 2017 bond referendum. Since April 25th, the Opening of Schools team has been meeting to ensure a successful opening to the 2023 school year. Over 50 staff members representing 30 departments have worked to resolve issues that could prevent a successful opening for a school or schools. Items are reported and reviewed on a weekly basis and covered items such as planning, procuring, staffing, enrollment, mobile classrooms, beautification, scheduling and routing of buses, technology, curriculum instruction, and the scheduling of students. Any items that did not impact the opening of schools will continue to be worked on and resolved according to the work order classification guidelines for operations, as well as the timelines established by district departments. We are happy to report that all schools are ready to receive and engage our students on Monday, their first day of the 2023 school year. The CMS Transportation Department has been busy preparing the approximately 930 buses that will roll out Monday and the thousands of bus routes to ensure for safe and timely rides to and from school. The department has completed inspections, maintenance routines, cleaning, and practice runs. The team has participated in training related to customer service, safety, and bus-related processes. We currently have about 45 vacancies with over 30 drivers in the pipeline. If you are interested in joining an amazing team that provides a great service to our community, the next bus driver class begins on September 12th. And as a reminder to our guardians and our parents, you can keep tabs on your child's bus progress through the Here Comes the Bus app. So please download that if you don't already have that. And then lastly, from a transportation perspective, we ask everyone on the roads to help keep our students safe by practicing your own safe driving, what you're in control of, and then also stop when that red stop arm on the bus comes out. In school nutrition, they serve about 100,000 meals daily. And while the federal waivers have expired that allow all students to eat breakfast and lunch for free, CMS will continue providing free breakfast for all students in the district every day. In addition, if a student attends a school that qualifies for the community eligibility provision, they will continue to receive meals at no cost. All other families and students must complete an application to determine whether they qualify for free or reduced lunch. The application can be found on the CMS website under School Nutrition Services in the department's link. The School Nutrition Services team has made positive strides in our staffing, ending the year with almost 200 vacancies. We're now at about 100 vacancies, so that's big improvement. However, if you are interested in looking for a job that corresponds with your child's schedule and provides nutritious meals to students, we still have openings at a school near you. In building services, really that team works every day to make sure that the learning environment for students is as optimal as it can be. During the summer, the building services staff are able to complete projects that are more manageable while students are out of the building. In all, the team completed over 300 of these projects that include roofing, flooring, paving, restroom modification, and the list goes on and on. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to our CMS Chief Human Resources Officer, Christine Pageant.
Thank you, Brian. Stealing my thunder. Yes, everyone in the community, if you are looking for a rewarding career with CMS, please visit our website and apply online. We are really working around the clock to process you and your colleagues and people in the community to come on board with us at CMS. So without further ado, first, I really want to, on behalf of the entire Human Resources Department, send out a heartfelt thank you to all of our teachers and support staff and principals, you name it, who are returning to us this school year. We need you, our students need you, and we are so incredibly thankful. Huge welcome to all of the new people who are joining Team CMS this year. I can tell you just by doing a few school visits this week, including my own students' orientation, the energy is really electrifying. Teachers and staff are very excited and eager to welcome students on Monday, and I can speak on behalf of at least 2 students. They're excited about the same thing. You know, since the pandemic, we often hear the word resilient being used. And make no mistake, our leaders, our principals, our department leaders, our central office staff, our human resources team have all really adapted and rallied together around the staffing crisis that we've been facing. And we've done some phenomenal things. I mean, nothing short of monumental in terms of coming together and either creating new initiatives or launching and expanding initiatives that we know worked last year to be able to help mitigate that situation going forward. But again, an amazing thank you to all our teachers who are on the front line, really holding the line and pushing forward into this school year. Again, we thank you. Despite the challenges with our vacancies, again, our teams are coming into this school year with a renewed sense of energy and purpose. And what better way to say thank you than these salary increases that we can thank our board for recently approving, and our behind-the-scenes staff, HR, compensation, payroll, finance, business systems who are working diligently around the clock to be able to get those processed, yay, right, in time for the opening of schools. We have not been in that situation in quite some time, and we know we have much more to do, but we will continue to advocate on behalf of every team member at Team CMS. And I'm not going to say thank you again because I'll probably get the hook soon in a minute. But with that said, I'll turn it back over to Superintendent Hadbaugh.
Before I start with some closing remarks, I would like to introduce Orlando Robinson, who's been down with his staff, preparing the staff for Monday, getting them ready to go. So Orlando, do you want to come up and say anything to the crowd?
So good morning. I'm sorry for my tardiness. I actually had my own parent conference this morning for my daughter, who would be a rising sophomore at West Charlotte. We didn't have a chance to actually participate in the open house last night, but we are very excited. We have our first home football game tonight against Harding, a huge game at Waddell High School, so come out and support the Lions. We had open house last night, great energy from our families, great energy from our scholars. We're just so ready. I want to thank CMS. She spoke about an initiative. The guest teacher initiative for us have been a lifesaver. We do have 4 clear vacancies at West Charlotte, but we have several qualified guest teachers to fill in, so we're really ready for our scholars for the first day of school.
Thank you, Orlando, for your work as you prepare for Monday. Each school year does bring challenges and rewards, and our CMS staff have worked tirelessly this summer to prepare for the start of the new school year. As we're closing school, we're getting ready for the start of the new school year. We are dedicated to providing innovative, inclusive, student-centered environments that support the development of independent learners. We are committed to providing an equitable learning model for all students, and we have the resolve to address issues that come up during the academic year. On behalf of CMS, I want our parents and staff to know we understand this has been an extremely challenging time. We appreciate the ongoing effort to get our schools ready for a safe and successful return to our classrooms. Speaking again, the safety, security, and well-being of our students and staff remains our top priority. As stated earlier by Brian Schultz, our Chief Operating Officer, there will be increased road traffic, so we ask members of the community be cautious and patient. I know I've had to adjust to the NASCAR drivers out there, and I've been riding right along with them as I move back up, but I'll have to slow down as well. Please watch for students who may be walking to school. Traffic around schools will also be extremely busy. I close by reminding you of our vision to lead the community in educational excellence, inspiring intellectual curiosity, creativity, and achievement so that all students reach their full potential, and I challenge us all to share their vision. Our top priority is to take care of the needs of our students, staff, and community, and to do so, we need the engagement and involvement of parents, families, and the community. And I look forward to a great school year, and thank each of you for choosing Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools